back. Yo. Whoa. Alright, let me get a thumbnail up in here. Let me get the stream all set up. Got that D-Dub live coming to you live. It's the Dreamcast late stream. Oh yeah. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Everyone hopefully is having a great evening out there. Let me get this thing all set up and plugged in. And then we'll be good to go. I'm going to be playing some Dreamcast. Smoking up. Ready to watch some Dreamcast. What y'all finna play? Pokemon Shrooms. How are you doing? Let's see. I got a small little stack here. As I've recently burned a bunch of Dreamcast games. So, I do have Hydro Thunder currently in my Dreamcast. And then I also got Super Magnetic Neo. Daytona USA. Maybe Resident Evil 3. Maybe Power Stone. Maybe Rayman 2. Oh man, it took me 10 years to figure out how to burn games. Or more. I tried a lot of different times on my crappy old laptop trying to figure it out. I got Walt Disney World Quest, Magical Tour Racing, Samba de Amigo, Surf Rocket Racers, Pen Trill Salon, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Worms Armageddon, Toy Commander, Trick Style, Space Channel 5, Revolt, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Extreme Sports, Resident Evil 3 Super Puzzle Fighter 2, Gunbird, South Park Rally, Crazy Taxi, Jet Grind Radio, Bomberman Online, Tokyo Extreme Racer, and a couple others as well. Should I put Rayman 2 up on the top of the stack per your request? Alright, where is it? Alright, it's at the top of the pile. Alright, I think we're good to go here. I got this all saved up. Alright, YouTube is good to go. Check, microphone. 1, 2. I got this going here. I got my face cam all up in here. Turn on a light. Let me get myself untangled here. Check. Audio. Microphone. Don't you know? Just to leave it alone. How's everybody doing on this Friday evening? Can hear that Dreamcast over there revving its engine. Yeah, a bunch of them I never played before. I mean, on Dreamcast, my brother got it launch day. So shout out to him. He got it launch day. You know, he spent probably $300-400, and he brought home Hydro Thunder. He didn't bring home Hydro Thunder, but he has all the physical releases for a bunch of great games. I have maybe a total of 9 or 10 actual Dreamcast games, because I got the thing when it was on sale and dying, and I think I bought my system for like $100, maybe like $129, something like that. But he got it on launch day, and he had Quake 3 Arena. He had he had Quake 3 Arena, Soul Calibur. I want to say Crazy Taxi. Like, on launch. And then eventually, you know, he had Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And let's see what else. I ended up with I bought Soul Calibur and Quake 3 Arena and Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Lost Island.
And then probably last year I bought Time Stalkers. And then yeah, my brother, he's got like Crazy Taxi 1 and 2, Jet Grind Radio. He's got one of the other, I think he's got the SNK vs. Capcom.
Misbehave.
I need to get myself a cleaner upper wire for the Dreamcast. So right now I'm just using composite through, you know, upscaler, but it isn't upscaling anything. It's barely smoothing out. It looks pretty bad on my TV. It actually looks really clean looking on my phone, like the bottom font here, Finish Easy and Top 3 to Race. Looks really bad on my TV, but it looks good on my phone. I'm almost thinking that the upscaler makes it look worse on the TV. And then actually better for the streamer, better. Like the same thing happened with playing my GameCube, or playing GameCube games on my Wii the other day. I had it plugged in just straight composite on my other TV, and it looked amazing. And on here, going through the upscaler, it just made it look muddier. But you know, I only have composite cables, so I got to get it HD somehow so that it can go into the Elgato for streaming. And I mean, there's so many options out there now, but I haven't really followed it. And I mean, you know, you can get like a Retro Tank, or now they have like the Retro Tank 2X or 2.0 or whatever it is. And I mean, then of course there's the FrameMeister, which I never fully understood what that thing is. I just understand that it's a lot of things in one. And it helps for a great deal of stuff. How's the volume, by the way? No, I'm not using a CRT. I actually tried. I have a decent CRT at my mom's that I'm not sure if she threw away. It was basically early 2000s, 2001, 2002, and they started doing the flat screen CRTs without the rounded screen. And I had one of those, and you know, it had S-Video, which at the time I had never seen an S-Video cable input or S-Video cable of any kind. Lower the signal for the microphone or for the audio, or I mean for the Dreamcast. Let me see here. Let me see here. Oh, cheetah dog. Let me turn that down just a little bit. I think we should be good. I think we're good, right? Good in the neighborhood. Hydro Thunder. Man, I can't see really on my screen at all. I need to, there we go. Need to brighten things up a little bit. But yeah, growing up, I mean, I still have my original RF adapter for PlayStation 1, which was used for the PlayStation 2. I have a RF adapter for the 64, as well as for the Dreamcast. I didn't realize as a kid that composite was better than that. I mean, back in the day, really the RF was really the only thing you could get. It wasn't until like the PlayStation 2 where it actually came with the composite that you then would have to hook it up going through the VCR, which it's funny because now I see people talking about that, and it seems like only a small percentage of people either plugged into the front of the VCR. Some of them had that, some of them didn't. You just had the back. And that would be the way that you had to trick the system, or trick it to using it. Yeah, I've been playing the one that's on Game Pass right now.
Choose your track. Arctic Circle.
And that one's for the 360, but it's on Game Pass right now, and that one's pretty decent. I had never played that. Really, this was the only one that I had played was in the arcades. And it's kind of a shame because my local arcade lasted for, I mean, it was in the mall, but it lasted for years and years and years, and it just closed down maybe like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Actually, no, it probably closed down a little over a year ago, like a year and a half. And that was only because the whole mall shut down. But a remake of this game would be awesome. I would love to see it. I hope someday we get HD ports of this. Or a remake. 4K would be great. I'd be down for that. I mean, I'm looking at this on my TV and it's looking so muddy. And then I'm looking at it on my phone here and it's looking great. So the upscaler is working for the stream. Like, it's actually pretty clean, but it's looking pretty gross on my TV. So I'm wondering if I was to use a CRT, maybe that would be cleaning it up. But I have only one CRT at my house. Well, actually I have two, and I've been meaning to pull the other one out. It was sitting on the floor of my basement, and I had like 6 inches of water in it. At the end of last winter, we had like probably 18 inches of snow melt in maybe a 24-hour period. And I ended up with like 6 inches of water in my basement. The TV was sitting in that. And even though I got it up off the ground and stuff, it was still wet. And it ended up just going back on the floor, and I never plugged it back in. I have a 13-inch CRT, and it is a it's basically a knockoff TV, and although it has the composite in the front, you need the remote to go to the game mode for it. And I've been thinking about eBay and buying this remote. It goes from anywhere from like $10 to like $25. I mean, it's only a 13-inch CRT, but... And I've been meaning to, every week, the local free paper shows up, and there's pretty much always somebody with a free TV, and I've made a couple calls a few times, but it was pretty much too late. Like, people put the ad in, and then almost immediately somebody called for it. because you see people getting rid of CRTs all the time. One of the other things I've been meaning to do is go to the dump, because I need to get a new dump sticker. And my friend, he works there, and people are always bringing CRTs. I haven't been there in probably like 6 months, but the last time I was there, yep, all the arcades are gone. Yeah, that probably is the case with the phone looking smaller, but it looks crisp. That's what I need, is a smaller screen. I've been wanting to pretty much buy up like one of the GameCube screens as well as one of the PS1 screens. And it's kind of a shame because I see people on YouTube doing like, you know, their deals they got, and they're finding like brand new PS1 screens that hook onto the top of the PS1 or the PSX, and people are getting from like 20-30 bucks still sealed. And my only luck would be to go on eBay, and I mean those things, I looked maybe a month or two ago and those things were like $130 or opened, and some of them were sealed for like maybe like $160. But for years, I didn't know that they made the GameCube one. And what I'm hoping ends up happening, coming sometime in the future, is what we really need is we need a specialized company, like any of the specialized companies there are out there doing all this tech and stuff, to make the new aged old school CRT gamer TV that has all this shit put in it, HD, composite, component, you know, RGB, SCART, etc., 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 just for gamers, and make it be either like a 19-inch or a 21-inch or like a 27-inch, kind of like the old school TV sizes, and maybe make it in both 4x3 as well as 16:9. And I'm surprised nobody's come out with that yet. I guess what they would have to do is hit up some old warehouses and probably order back a lot of these parts from China when these TVs get brought to the dump to be recycled. I don't know exactly what ends up happening with them, but they're becoming rarer, but also they're not, because there's just so many freaking TVs in the world that it's like they're out there, the parts are out there. And now you're starting to see videos of people that are playing like Nintendo Switch on a CRT that's like a mid-2000s CRT, and it's looking good. It's in 4x3, and you know, there's ways around it to kind of stretch it back out to make it look right, but it doesn't look bad. And in some cases, people are claiming the overall lag and experience is basically just as good as you can get. And it's only now that people are starting to say like flat screen digital displays are great, mostly for PC and stuff. But then there's the whole community. Alpha Nerd, what's going on, man? I mean, the scene is, I think it's been waiting to be blown up, but you know, like I've said, like 15, 18 years ago, my mom would go to the Goodwill every single weekend, and she'd come back with like a stack of sometimes 2, sometimes just 1, sometimes none, sometimes 8 Nintendo cartridges. Some of them at some points were even sealed, and they were just sitting there for, you know, maybe like a quarter. Now, I mean, even my local Goodwill, they just upped their prices a while ago. But I mean, I've seen a Wii there in a bag with all the accessories for like $79.99. And I'm like, okay, that's a bit ridiculous. The system is all beat up because it's in like a, it's basically in like a sleeping bag, like a clear plastic bag. The ski jump sniper, it's okay. I'm gonna keep at it, and I'm gonna get plugging away, and I'm gonna come up with the money, because the better the better rifles are what you need to actually get a hold on that game. And it's like I said, I think they kind of throttled the progression to make it so that the only way you're going to keep playing is to keep grinding. And then once you get a decent gun with a better scope that aims a little bit better, that's the only, I guess, point where it's going to open up a little bit and be a little bit better. Anyways, I forget what I was saying. Yeah, the retro scene. I mean, it seems now that with social media and everybody talking, it's basically always been waited to blow up. I mean, it's just taken these companies to kind of bring back the stuff, and really what it's taken is people that are our similar age, anywhere from 20 to 35, 40, that are now in charge of the world, and that's why we have stuff like these Mattel Tiger electronic handhelds coming back, because those things are trash. I had the Street Fighter 2 one. I saved up and I spent like 27 bucks on it, and I was pumped for it, but I only wanted it because it looked cool in the packaging. But once I actually got it, it was basically like up, down, jump, high kick, low kick, and on that little LCD screen with pre-rendered. It's just so limited, and they're terrible. And now they're 15 bucks at your local GameStop or online. And I almost had the impulse to buy one, but I'm like, I don't want it. The only point of people saying, "Oh, sweet," is because they just want to get it so that they can say that they got it and then post a picture on Twitter and then put the thing on their shelf and let it sit there. And I'm guessing the quality of it is going to be much cheaper, because they can obviously make it better now for cheaper, and that's why they're so cheap. No. If you have extra cash, you'll get the game. What, the ski sniper? I don't know if you would want it. I saw it on the coming soon section like last week, because every day, every couple other days, even just for like tomorrow or the next day, if you check it today, right now, what's coming soon for 3 days from now, and then you check it again tomorrow or the day after, there's always new stuff popping up. So I'm always just keeping an eye on what's coming, and I, most of the time, scan through real quick, and whatever seems like trash, I just skip. Whatever seems like something sort of interesting or worth keeping an eye on, I put it on my wish list or whatever. But then when it comes out, I take another look at it, and in most cases I don't buy the things. I actually kind of wish I bought Spartan Fist. It's I thought about doing like a quick little video, or maybe on the live stream, showing and kind of just laughing with you guys at the trailer for it. The trailer is hilarious. These people filmed the total decimation of somebody's apartment for like 3 minutes just to make this game trailer commercial. I mean, the game's like 12 something. You want SNK King of Fighter games for probably Switch, you mean? I mean, those should be going back on sale at some point. It's kind of a shame that when Terry Bogard came out, they were $3.99 each as opposed to $7.99. So it's like if they were to do that again, you could get, because there's like 8 or 9 of them, or even more if you count like Mark of the Wolves, and then King of Fighters, and then what's the other one that's basically like another crossover? That there's like all of them, like King of Fighters 98 all the way through 2004 or whatever. There's like 7 or 8 different ones. So if they were $3.99 again for 20 bucks, you'd be getting like 5 of them, and that's a decent deal. $7.99 is a little harder to swallow, or a bigger hit to your eShop fund. when you add in attacks as well. And I remember playing this on the big cab with the giant jet ski seat. Hopefully the ones that were at my local arcade, hopefully those all went somewhere decent. But my guess is probably not. I don't know who actually owned them. But it's kind of a shame to see all that classic stuff go away. And then in 20 years, they'll be like, bring back the arcades. And it'll be just ridiculous to try to get some of the parts for these machines to try to restore them to former glory. It'd be almost impossible at that point. I always loved this game here in particular. This was one my brother had, and like I said, for at least 10 years I tried to burn Dreamcast games, and I could never actually figure it out because some people just seem to understand modding and getting any emulator to work. Now, I bought a Wii at Goodwill store a couple weeks ago for $5. It came with nothing. Then I went to GameStop and I bought the power and the video for it. Got it back. I never had a Wii. My friends had Wiis. I played some of the stuff on it. But I was never really that interested until pretty much the Wii was like no more. Then I was like, man, I'd like to get a Wii. I'd like to get like Mario Kart for it. Maybe get Smash. Maybe get like, you know, Donkey Kong Country Returns. Some other games for it. So I was like, it's cool that I got it. Alright, let's switch the game. So it was cool that I got it. And then I'm like, okay, well, the Wii's dead. I know it's easy to mod. So it took me a little bit to get the homebrew channel on it, which wasn't too hard. I'm going to play Daytona USA. This wasn't going to be a super long stream. It might turn into that. I don't know. Let's see. Got my blue VMU here. Doesn't say anything, I don't think. It's not coming up. Poppy, where are you going? So I got the virtual... I got Nintendo and all that on the GameCube. Or on the Wii. That way I could play my GameCube ISOs. And that took me a long time to figure out. The last thing, about a month ago, that I actually figured out was how to burn the Dreamcast game. So I was actually able to find... There are not enough memory blocks. You gotta go to bed. Have a good night, man. I'll see you tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night would be a little bit better. And if so, you know, bring some topics we'll discuss. I actually started a Discord today, so that way I could maybe talk to some of you guys while streaming. Be nice to get to know some of y'all. Let's go to the options and see what we got here. This game, man, I'm not sure if I've ever even actually played this game on the Dreamcast. Maybe I did. I'm pretty sure my brother doesn't own it.
Hornet. Menu. Automatic.
Let's start her up.
And gentlemen, start your engine.
Ving, 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 bing. So my Wii died. That was the issue. My Wii just died. So now I've been trying to figure out
2, 1, go!
just exactly how to play GameCube games on the Wii U, which the latest patch for Wii U and the final one is 5.5.3 for the US, in 5.5.4 or 5.5.3.1 or whatever for Europe. And I basically want to play GameCube games on the Wii U side of things. That way you can enable the gamepad. And that way I don't even have to have it hooked up if I don't want. And that would just be a great experience to have GameCube games right in your hands. But I can't get Nintendo to open on the Wii U side. I can get it to see it through the Hacks Chi after doing the DS game exploit and all that. And I've blocked the DNS server and all that. And I just can't get it to see Nintendo. So then I had to hack the VWii, Virtual Wii side of the Wii U. And now I've actually figured that out and I got games on it. But I don't have a Wii U GameCube controller adapter. So that's on the list for... Maybe I can go to GameStop tomorrow. Maybe they have one. If not, then they're only going to have the Switch one. So I'm not exactly sure what to do on that. I know I could just go online and buy one. And there's many Chinese knockoffs. So I could just do that. Gameover. Game over. Game over. We'll go back to the main page and see just how it's going. Check. Check, check.
Dinosaur Camp, Seaside, Desert City, National Park Speedway.
D-Dub, it's D-Dub in the club. D-Dub in the club. Don't ask me where that comes from, you guys.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I had a very unsuccessful rap career once upon a time with an old friend of mine. So that's where that all comes from. D-Dub in the club. I also want to buy that new Retro Fighters Dreamcast controller they got coming out. $45-50 is a little bit. And I also want to get the N64 Retro Fighters controller. It's just so cool that these companies are coming out with this stuff. I'm not exactly sure what it entailed to actually make a Dreamcast controller to get the ports that are going to work for a VMU. Like, I'm not sure if they had to find a bunch of broken controllers and then use the insides, but I'm guessing at some point that's going to come to a halt, and there's only going to be so many of those made. So I know you can pre-order them right now and even buy them outright, but that's coming up soon. I think they're releasing in April. So anybody out there with Dreamcast that's trying to get new age Dreamcast controller, now's the time. Yeah. It's been a while since playing a racing game on the Switch, or the Dreamcast. This isn't the Switch. And the steering's kind of strange for a racing game. You have like an auto pull. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna die. Because you die in a racing game by running out of time. You die. Ah!
You place 20th.
Yeah, 20. Hey, oh, yeah. All right. Let's take that one out. What else we got in the stack? I guess we'll check out Rayman 2. That's going to be one of the better looking games for the Dreamcast. So to anybody who's watching this stream, I appreciate you. Hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to, well, anybody who's subscribed is already here, and nobody's getting noticed on YouTube, so definitely not me. So anyways, thank you to everybody who has watched. This stream is going to be ending in about 10 minutes. I might go for 10 minutes more. It's getting late. It's not Friday night anymore, but Saturday morning. And when you're late to bed, you are going to most assuredly be late to rise. So let's check out Rayman here on the VMU. He's kind of just running here. Hopefully that can be seen. So that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and do a new game. And now Rayman has a check mark over his face, or next to his face. So that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever played this game. The main Rayman game that I recall was Rayman 1 for the PS1. I might have rented it, or I borrowed it from a friend, and I also think I had a demo disc of it, with just a single level that I would play multiple times. I still have the demo disc that came with my PlayStation, and it was like, I don't know, 1997 or 1998 disc edition. I think it was like number 8. That would be a collection to have, the demo discs that came with the original system, when they used to still do that. I wish they still did that. That would be cool just for the launch of any console. I have a Dreamcast demo disc that has, I think, a Rayman. It's got like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. It's got a Tomb Raider game on it. It's got some, I think it's got Madden or Blitz on it, or NFL 2K back in the year 2000. 2K00. Water, spare us. 0. Ooh. Help. Yeah, I need to get some HD Dreamcast up in this piece. Glow blocks. Not really, I feel weak. My powers have disappeared. Man, I miss 3D platformers. It's a reminder that I received a game code for a game that is a 3D platformer for the Nintendo Switch. I believe it's on other systems too, but I'm going to be playing on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to be doing a review on it, as 3D platformers have become a dying breed of the past. There are still very few. I don't think people want to make them anymore, or things like Ukulele have been said when they first came out to be pretty good, and then after a few years with something like Ukulele and the Impossible Lair, which is a 2D platformer, it's like a 2D, 3D platformer. I think the 3D platformer thing is just kind of dead, and it's kind of sad. So this game that I'm going to be playing and probably reviewing on the Switch is going to be coming soon, and it should be pretty good. I played a demo for this game, and it seemed like a good game. And man, this is already a bunch of fun, and I'm one scene into it. I don't want to shut it off. There's a lot of games now where even after just a few minutes waiting for it to load up and a little bit of story or plot, kind of already get a little bit like, I don't know, maybe I should just shut this thing off. But this game here, I'm not wanting to shut off. I'm wanting to keep playing. So I think I'm going to do that and just kind of keep it going, keep it playing, at least for a little bit. Hopefully, if anybody's still watching out there, or if you're watching the aftermath stream, you know, hopefully you're enjoying this and you have either played this game or you hope to play this game. If anybody out there has a Dreamcast and you're having issues burning games, you know, hit me up. Maybe I can help you out. Hi Rayman, glad to see that you escaped. I'm Murphy, and I'm here to be your guide. See that stone right next to us there? It's a magic stone which can read your thoughts. If you need some help, you'll quickly appear. My advice, stay next to the stone. It will appear and repeat. It's weird that he kind of whispers, but man, this game looks pretty good. I gotta say, just for going composite through a upscaler that really doesn't upscale anything, this is looking pretty good for disc-based. I mean, the Dreamcast isn't totally known really for its 3D platformers. I mean, sure, there's plenty of them on it, but the more 3D games were kind of the shooters and like football and all sorts of other games. There wasn't a super slew of 3D platformers. So let's see, I just saved him. Great, you have just smashed a pirate cage. Destroy lots of them, they're full of energy. I gotta say, the Rayman Legends, Rayman Origins, I always get those two confused. The Rayman Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch is pretty good stuff for, again, being 2D platformer. I just really wish a lot of games were still taking the 3D risk and taking like a step at it, like something like Donkey Kong. You know, we kind of need that's weird how X and Y become the turn and then the triggers are just a slight zoom in and zoom out. That's a control scheme that's you ain't ever gonna see again. Never gonna see that again. I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to do here. I just got that dude out of his cage. I think that's the only way to go, is to go back. So I'm gonna go back. All right. I like the music. Yellow lums are the 1,000 fragments of the heart of the world broken by pirates. They contain universal knowledge. The more you gather, the more you will learn. You can access the secrets of the world by pressing up. Find 48 lums. Looms. Yes, looms. To continue. Yeah, this is a good game. I'm going to be playing more of this. If anybody out there wants to see, press that to do the helicopter dance. Yes. I like that, the mushrooms dance. I missed it. I can't tell if these guys are trying to sting me. They just kind of hang out and then they disappear. Yeah, I'm going to be purchasing the Dreamcast remake controller. That is going to be something that becomes very valuable. Alright, how am I supposed to get over here? I'm doing the float, but the float isn't very good on this. See, you kind of slowed, yeah, you slow down to a halt. Yay! That is to say, we were separated, and, not glow blocks, we want our daddy. Aw. Don't worry, I'll bring you your dad back. What a guy. What a guy. But first, I'll have to find a lie. Good guy, find a lie. Turn the lights out. This stream is going to be winding down very shortly here. Once I can save this, I'm going to be peacing out. I'll have to return tomorrow. Gotta set her free. Alright. See, now he's just going to fly away. It's a very nice looking game. Oh. We're gonna try that again. Okay, I sort of flew right through that. I think I'm supposed to be throwing my thing through it. There we go. Splendid, Rayman. We're the teensies. Congratulations on your courage. Thanks. Don't listen to him. I'm the king of the teensies. Now he is. Go figure. No, I'm the real king. Come on. Really, it's me. Whoosh. See, they don't do humor like this in video games anymore, which is... It's really it's a shame. Absolutely must-see lie. Did you know where she is? See? He'll take the responsibility, I guess. It's not easy to say, but I'll have to tell you that the pirates have taken her to the Fairy Glade. They've locked her in one of their strongholds. To find her, you'll need to go through the Isle of Doors. The hall is a magic place. Leads to many other worlds. Only the teensies know how to get there. Passage requires 5 looms, but I see that you have them. Prepare yourself for a great journey. Wait, did I have enough Did I have enough save blocks on here to actually save? Or did I skip? So I'm gonna have to go in and... I'm probably gonna end up having to play this whole intro again. You can't skip any of it, I mean... Some of these old school games you just couldn't skip. Nothing. The game has been successfully saved. Excellent. Alright then. It is a save. We are a go. The deed has been done. So I want to say thank you to anybody who did stop by on this stream. Just thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly what Rayman said. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. We do content like this all the time. Starting to do more live streams, being more consistent is the word. Trying to be more consistent with it. So, you know, stop on back and see what's going on this channel. I'm going to be playing a whole bunch of different stuff. I got GameCube games coming up, more stuff with the Dreamcast, more stuff with the Wii, more stuff with the Wii U. Going back, hopefully get some NES, some SNES, more reviews, more products to come, more gaming news. This is D-Dub, your source, not the source, but I am just a source for a whole bunch of things. Nintendo, Switch, games, products, reviews, discussions. Going to be having a podcast coming up, all sorts of different videos, let's plays, looks into things, more live streams coming. So thank you as always. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and keep it tuned to D-Dub, your source, not the source once again, but just a source. So I'll see you all later. Have a good night.